Wonderkid wheel is back, but today there is a difference. Instead of a value being determined by the wheel, it's going to be a max 200 potential ability player every single time. However, the team they go to will be decided by the wheel. We've got all the teams in the Football League, except maybe some of the top teams in the Premier League. You know, we've not included City, Arsenal, Liverpool, those kind of teams, because how underwhelming would it be if our Wonderkid went there? So yeah, that's all there is to say. Let's crack on and jump straight in. And in true fashion, we've decided to come to the end of the first season straight away, because we always jump to the end of the first season, and yeah, there we go. So all the teams in the Premier League, apart from like City, Liverpool, Arsenal, maybe Spurs, I'm not sure, I've done Chelsea, United as well. We'll have a look at the wheel in a moment. All the teams in the Championship, all the teams in League One, and all the teams in League Two. I'm not going to go through all the leagues just to show you, because you know what the leagues say. So there we go. And as I say, every single player will be 200 potential ability. They'll be jumping up their current ability by the same amount we move their potential, which is usual Wonderkid wheel fashion. And the little caveat is, each team, when they get drawn, will also have a second option available to them. What we will do is we will then do a random number generator between 1 and 5, and that is the amount of Wonderkids they will get for the season. Once they've been chosen by the wheel, they are removed from the wheel, so they do not get to have a go twice. We're going to do this wheel spin 10 times once a season, and we are going to go from there. We're going to see teams hopefully get some Wonderkids early on, start rising up the leagues, start to dominate, and then maybe some teams in season 8 or 9 start to challenge them, because, you know, it's going to be a bit all over the place. So yeah, 10 seasons, 10 wheel spins, 10 rounds of Wonderkids. Let's get the first one rocking and rolling. So there you go. As you can see, all the teams in the Football League, and we are shuffling away. And now we're spinning. It's very difficult to actually sit. I mean, it's so small, each segment, isn't it? It's so small. I probably shouldn't have chosen Newcastle in this. Oxford United it is. Oxford United are the first team with the Wonderkid wheel winners, I guess. And now we go to here, the random number generator between 1 and 5, and it's 2. So Oxford United get 2 Wonderkids, and there they are. They're in the Championship, actually. They've just avoided relegation. Old Des Buckingham in charge. Well, Des, let's have a look what you've got at your disposal. And of course, it's all about vibes. It's all about names. And that is how we'll be proceeding going forward. I will also say, I'm going to try, if names allow, to choose players that aren't necessarily always English, because we're in the English leagues, and you know England will inevitably be dominating if I just choose all them. Like here, for example, Conato Camacho, who is from Guyana. I mean, he's got a second nationality of English. Let's hope he plays for Guyana, but he's going to be the first one. We're going to make everyone 16 years old as well. And of course, we are not going to allow the players to move. We're going to lock them in for a future transfer in 5 years, and I'll keep replenishing that, so they'll be at these clubs for their whole career. That is one thing I probably should have mentioned a little bit earlier, but we're mentioning it now. We're not that far in. So these teams will hopefully, like these 2 Wonderkids now, will be at Oxford for the whole career, get into the Premier League and stay in the Premier League, and then build a squad around them. That's the hope. That's the hope. Conato Camacho, welcome to the club. You are the first man here. So 94 jump, and that means there'll be 133. And of course, we're going to make them all model citizens, because we want success for these teams, don't we? We want success. We're going to give 20 professionalism. I don't know why I put 20 for loyalty, but we have 10 for controversy. Yeah, that's fine. Consistency. We'll go 15 consistency. Dirtiness just a bit of 5. Important matches we'll go 15. Injury proneness down at 1. We'll leave versatility and adaptability where they are. Okay, so that's going to be the personality type for every single player. I'm not going to show you me changing the personality type for every single player, because that would get long, dull, and inevitably pointless. I'm just going to do that off camera for you so we can get through this video a little bit more speedily. But Conato Camacho is our first player, and we're going to move him to another club. It's going to be Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, just for ease. Just so it doesn't really affect the base game too much. So that's 2029 straight off the bat for him. And any club contract details, we're going to make him full-time, and he's going to have contract expiring in 2029. Do I give him more money? Can I be bothered? I think 220 is fine. I think if they're on 90, I think as you get to a certain age, I think minimum wage laws sort of come in. 220, I think, probably just bypasses it. Might be a problem. If it's a problem, we'll rectify it. Who's the other player then? So Conato Camacho, let's get him on the shortlist. Not mess about. Right. Thomas McGuinness. Don't know why I like that name. It's largely underwhelming. Monty Marriott is a real player. Can't use him. Bloody hell. Harrison Bradney, also a real player. Oh, right, here we go. Chukwuebuka. Chukwuebuka. Ibe. Thank you. Mere all week. We're going to have fun saying that for the next hour, aren't we? Up he goes by 91, which makes him up at 130. We'll add him to the shortlist. So that's 133 and 130. And where does that sit in terms of the squad? Well, in terms of their squad, their best player is Jamie Cumming at 130. And then we've got 2 at 124. Hidde Tervest and Trismlo Plachetta. 2 names, not the easiest to say. And I've just got Chukwuebuka Ibe. So yeah, welcome to the party. There's Oxford United then. Let's go forward to 2025. Get another Wonderkid wheel spun, but also see how Oxford did in their first season with these Wonderkids. They finished 20th in the Championship. Let's remember that. Okay, so straight away, 138 and 133. So they've both improved. They've both been playing. Yeah, they've both been playing. Future transfers to Saudi Arabia, of course. But they're professional because they haven't got the determination to be model citizens, but they are basically model citizens. To the Sky Bet Championship then, well, Oxford United got relegated. Well, this has been an absolute shambles of a start, hasn't it? I expected maybe upper mid-table, maybe even sneaking into the top half, outside chance for a playoff push. No, they got relegated. They actually did worse than last season. And I've given them 2 players that are the best players in the squad. They've played all season. They've got relegated. Hopefully, though, they will come up from League One at the first time I'm asking. The 3rd best player in the league was Chukwuebuka Ibe, and he went down. Can you believe that? The best 2, Bournemouth and Brentford, promoted and champions. So, that's how good he was. Unfortunately, our other fella, whatever his name was, what was his name? Canato Camacho, did not have a season that got him in the top 20 for average rating. And he's now declared for England. Has he? Maybe not. Under 21. Yeah, he's declared for England. That's annoying, isn't it? That is annoying. Never mind. So, anyway, right, let's spin a wheel for season 2. Off we go then. Season 2 wheel spin, and who might it be? Oh, we're closing in. It could be Sheffield Wednesday. It could be Sheffield Wednesday. Well, a blast from the past, shall we say? A previous. Oh, they've only got 1. They've only got 1 from the random number generator. Bit rubbish, isn't it? Sorry, what I was saying was a previous Wonderkid Wheel recipient in the Sheffield Derby, the verses that we did, which I've recorded before I've recorded this one, so I will probably edit it before I edit this one, even though it'll be a hell of a lot more work because of the double Wonderkid Wheels that we did with Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday. It was a lot of fun, but we'll try and get that out to you. Well, it'll already be out. It should be already out. So Sheffield Wednesday, who finished 20th, much like Oxford did. So let's get Sheffield Wednesday a Wonderkid. What, just the 1 as well? That's sad, isn't it? And realistically, they're going to be probably getting relegated next season, aren't they? Jock Carew. Yeah, Jock Carew's the man, isn't he? He's already got a bit of pace. He's already playing on both wings. Very both-footed. This guy could be the one. This guy could be a Ballon d'Or winner. He's going to go up by 97 to 200. So that means he's going to be up at 145. That's a great jump. That's a fantastic jump, actually. And that would be... Oh, hands down the best player in the squad. Best player in the squad by 18. Happy days. Well, on we move to 2026 then. So he's still at 145 is Jock Carew, despite the fact he scored 10 and played 46 times. Right. We might be skipping through these early seasons quite quickly, but we're going to have 10 different teams to go through and check on their league progress and how they've been doing in cup competitions as well as the Wonderkids as we go forward. So the more seasons we've gone through, the longer we'll stick around. So yeah, don't worry if it feels like this has been a bit quick early doors. We're going to have to be. Sky Bet League 1 then. Oxford got promoted. Only in second place, though. Only in second place. Chukwuebuka Ibe was the best player in the league. So have a bit of that, Chukwuebuka. He has been phenomenal, and it's only because he's got the name. If he was called John Morris, I bet he won't be playing as well. He just wants me to be. The game wants me to be saying this as much as possible. We'll call him Chucky in future because it's just easier. I've probably butchered his name multiple times. Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship then, did they get relegated? No, they actually did better. They finished 15th. And Jock Carew was the third best player in the league, which I think is very impressive considering Karu Matoma and João Pedro were the best two. And Rasmus Højlund playing for Brighton. He is only on loan, but still, players with very high current and potential ability. And João Pedro is bloody brilliant. What is he? He's a 154. And Jock Carew, he's a 145 to be fair. Look at the pace on him. Woohoo! Impressive stuff. Still only professional. Anyway, I've put a note on the teams as well, just so a snapshot. When we've got like 6 or 7 or even 10 teams, we go to the Premier League, because I imagine most of them will get to the Premier League, and we can sort of see where they're littered in. Just as a snapshot, so it draws the attention, doesn't it? Just makes it a bit easier for you as the viewer, especially if you're watching on a smaller device. I know sometimes this can be a bit harder to see. Just thought I'd let you know. Not that anyone cares. Anyway, Wonderkid Wheel, Season 3. So we've had Sheffield Wednesday, a previous recipient of the Wonderkid Wheel. Can we go for another previous recipient, or will it be someone new? Is it going to stop? It's Sunderland! It is Sunderland from another Versus. It was Sunderland versus Middlesbrough. Can you believe that? Wow, 2 previous recipients getting it, and Sunderland get 5 Wonderkids from the random number generator. And they've already finished 6th. Oh, this has got promotion written all over it next season. Let's be having you. Come on then. Right, straight away, Jordan Mikel hat on, because the Jordan's got his Mikel hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. Get him straight away. 83. Where's that? 137. Bang. Do the personalities in a minute. Off. Camera. Also, I'll make him 16 as well. Ainsley Staples. Goalkeeper. If we've got 5 Wonderkids, maybe we should do a goalkeeper. I'll keep him in mind. Akeem Lonsdale, I like that. Michael Vogel, but he's a wing-back right. I don't really want to be changing positions. He's also got a Mohican. Kedwin Staples. Akeem Lonsdale, I like Akeem Lonsdale. Darmuid Carter. Milan Rojipal is a Canadian. Jonas Vitanen is Finnish. Right, we're going to go Akeem Lonsdale. Let's do Akeem. This is going to be a very well-balanced team. That's 77, so up to 177. Oh, that's 149. Okay, so Akeem Lonsdale's at 149. Ainsley Staples, we're going to go for the goalkeeper. I think we need to. I think it's the right choice to make. Another 72. That goes to 142. Oh, they're going up. Sunderland are going up. I've done a centre-back, a defender, a central midfielder, a goalkeeper. We're going Jonas Vitanen. We are going for Jonas Vitanen because it's a good name, isn't it? Oh my God. He's going straight to 190. And then Milan Rojipal, the Canadian. That's 69. So 130. So still pretty decent. So the 5 players that we've just taken, I've not put them all on the shortlist. Let's put them all on the shortlist quickly. I'll go and sort out the personalities and the ages in a moment. So 130 to 190. And the Sunderland squad is, to be fair, they do have quite a lot of players that are above 130. So 130 might not get them straight into the team, but they'll be on the periphery. They'll be in the squad, absolutely. The goalkeeper, Anthony Patterson's at 127. Well, he's going to be superseded straight away. We're going to have a defender. Yeah, Leo Furchield at 123. Not good enough. We're playing Lucas Asadi over here on the left. Well, we've got Vitanen, who can play there, at 190. To be fair, Aaron Connolly is at 127. And you've got Milan Rojipal, who can play on the right, but he can also play up top at 130. So he could get in the first team squad. I think Sunderland are getting promoted. Almost certainly. If they don't get promoted, I'll be very, very shocked. When we move, 2027. Right. So, Oxford, Sheffield Wednesday, and Sunderland are all in Skybet Championship. For some reason, everyone's on international duty except Akeem Lonsdale. I don't know what Akeem's done. He's up at 161. 159 for Ainsley, 152 for Jordan, 190 for Eunice still. I mean, he's not going to really improve at 190 in the Championship. That'll come in the Premier League. Milan Rojipal is up at 148. He was at 130. He's improved brilliantly. Right. Where have they all finished? Amazingly, Sunderland haven't won the league. I'm absolutely floored by that. Jonas Vitanen, though, is the top goal scorer with 25 goals and getting a 7.66. Playing on the inside forward left, I imagine. Attacking midfield left. Yeah, what a season he's had. Second place he finished. Oxford got relegated again. Sheffield Wednesday mid-table. I think one Wonderkid for Sheffield Wednesday, unfortunately, is not quite going to do it for them. Big Yap Stam's in charge. When did that happen? 148 days ago. They had Roy Keane as well. Oh, he was only the caretaker. He's assistant manager. God, was manager of Sunderland and Ipswich, 2006, 2011. Was it really 13 years ago that he was bloody managing? He'd been that long. 14 years ago. It's 2025 now. God. Absolute madness. Right. Anyway, Sheffield Wednesday. Jock Carew. He's at 149. He's out of 200. Is he going to improve enough to help carry them to the Premier League? I don't know if he is. I mean, he's going to be a good player for them. But, Oxford United getting relegated again. That's back-to-back relegation. They're yo-yoed back from League One. These two at 141 and 148. Can they bring them back up? I certainly hope so. These lot, taking Sunderland to the Premier League, that's very impressive. Okay, time for the wheel again. And which team is going to be the lucky recipient in season 4? Oh my God. Oh my God, you couldn't make it up. It's Middlesbrough. It's bloody Middlesbrough. The opposition for the Sunderland versus. How many are they going to get? 3. They're not quite as fortuitous as Sunderland, but they're going to get 3. And where are they? 16th. Brian Barry Murphy again. He was at Sheffield Wednesday last time, and he got some Wonderkids. Well, let's have a look then. What are we saying? Sam Magwood. I quite like the name Magwood. Stavros Luka. Cal Gurr. Right, we're having him. Cal Gurr's in. Leif Grant Soulsby's in. That means we've got one left. Ben Voicey or Sam Magwood. I think we're going to go with Sam Magwood. Just because I like the name I don't know why I like the name Magwood so much. It's just speaking to me. So he's going to move up by 65 attribute points. So that takes him to 146. That's pretty good. Cal Gurr is going up by 62. That goes to 133. And Leif Grant Soulsby is going up 63, which again goes to 133. Now, if we go and have a look at the first team squad for Middlesbrough, 133 is the best player, Isaiah Jones. So these players we've just given them they're going to be the best 3 players. Is it going to be enough to get them promoted? Might be. It might be. Maybe not the first season, but they'll build on that. So yeah, maybe after 2 seasons they should be in the Premier League. Question is, will Sunderland survive? I'd like to think so. We've balanced Sunderland out brilliantly, haven't we? We really have balanced them out well. A defender, a central midfielder, another central midfielder / attacking midfielder left, a striker / on the right, and a goalkeeper. Yeah, Sunderland should survive. Let's go to 2028 anyway. Okay, so first off, let's go straight to League One. Oxford United win the league. And look at that. Chucky gets player of the match as 12, third in assist charts, top player of the season. Nice. Sheffield Wednesday finishing in 8th, Middlesbrough in 10th in the Championship. So no promotion for those 2 teams. However, Jock Carew was the best player in the league. He improved. Is it 154? Moment of truth. Did Sunderland survive? They did by the skin of their teeth. Oh, God, by 2 points. That's it. That's very disappointing. They drew on the final day against Norwich, relegated Norwich, who only got 18 points all season. Absolutely abysmal. Fulham did lose to Liverpool, to be fair. I mean, it was always going to be a tall ask to beat Liverpool. Title race was close. 1 point separating 3 teams. Arsenal won on the final day. Chelsea won. So did Liverpool. So, yeah, didn't change around there anyway. Sunderland, as you can see here, 2 wins for Fulham towards the end of the season. Just the 1 for Sunderland, but 3 draws. Yeah, they just managed to keep them at bay. Brentford, 3 wins and 2 draws, in the last 5 games. That's 11 points. That secured them safety. They were 1 point clear of Fulham with 5 games to go and ended up 6 points clear. Anyway, so there we go then. The status quo is 3 teams are going to be in the Championship and Sunderland are going to remain in the Premier League. But there's another team that's about to get some Wonderkids. Who is it going to be? Around we go with the wheel once again, and who is it going to be this time? It's going to be a new one. It's Reading. It's Notts County. Notts County are going to get some Wonderkids. They get 2. 2 Wonderkids for Notts County. Where are Notts County then? Mid-table in League 1. Oh my God. The names here. Ku Harbottle, Kimo Matilla Ojala, Ruslans Ivanovs. Hey, mate, whose are these Ivanovs? I think the Ruslans are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We're having him. Ruslans Ivanov. Oh, dude. Ku Harbottle or Kimo Matilla Olaja. Bit more versatile is Kimo, but Ku Harbottle. Can't do it. I can't pass up Ku Harbottle. I'm sorry. 129. Goes up by 149. Yeah, I'm sorry to all of you who in the comments say, oh, just choose the players that are closer to their potential ability so it improves them more. Like, cheese the game that way and balance it out a bit better. It's all about names and vibes, though, for me. It's all about the names. I'm not interested in looking at a player called Ben Smith, who's done really well. Not. No offence to a Ben Smith out there, but I want a Ruslan Ivanov, or I want a Ku Harbottle. There we go. Clearly, they're going to be the 2 best players in the squad by a mile. So it's 2029 then. Okay, so we're going to start off in League 1. And Notts County won the league. Ruslan Ivanovs with the best player in the league. And he scored 5 assists all season, but yeah, best player. We sorted the left-hand side out for Notts County, to be fair. If we look at the tactics, Ku Harbottle is a left... Oh, he can play centre-back now as well. So they retrained him as a centre-back. He's pretty good. And Ruslan Ivanov. So they could play left-back and left midfield. 1894, they won the FA Cup. I just saw an FA Cup there. I thought, they've not won the FA Cup, have they? No, they haven't. So now we go to the Championship, where we've got Oxford United, Sheffield Wednesday and Middlesbrough. Have any of those got promoted? I think Middlesbrough might. Yes, they have. Middlesbrough have been promoted in the playoff final. Leif Grant Salisbury with the goal. Have a bit of that. The big man. Look at him. What a player he is. Oh. A little slow for my liking. He's up at 171. Terrific hairdo as well. How's everyone else done then? Oxford United finished third. They'd just been promoted previous season, and out of nowhere, they're up in third. Chucky is now up at 157. I'm fearing for him, though. He's now 21, and he's got quite a long way to go to 200, and his best progression years are behind him. And unfortunately, being up at 157, you don't improve much more than that in the Championship. You might get to 160-ish. You really need to be playing Premier League football, so Oxford need to do something this season to help push them on that extra point to get that promotion. Sheffield Wednesday were only missed out on the playoffs on goal difference, and it was Middlesbrough that went up via the playoffs, so that's unfortunate as well. But interesting that all of our teams with the Wonderkids now seem to be pushing on and could be Premier League clubs as of in a couple of years. Sunderland then, 4th. I don't know how they finished 17th the previous year. This is more like it. Milan Rajapal, I've completely butchered that. 16 and 17 for Canada. He has also just won the Golden Boot. He's just won the Golden Boot. Akeem Lonsdale with the top assists. Jonas Vitanen is the 3rd in the best player rating, behind Phil Foden and Bukayo Saka. Not a bad place to be. Unbelievable. I mean, Man United finishing in 3rd. That's a bit out there, isn't it? But 4th for Sunderland. Champions League football, and they're only going to go from strength to strength now because they're going to keep the core base of their squad. They're not losing these 5 players, are they? These 5 players are staying. He's still at 190 as Jonas. He'll probably improve more. Akeem Lonsdale's up at 195 now. Even if he doesn't improve from 190, he's still world class. So I think he will improve. Jordan at 186, Milan's at 165, and Ainsley's at 185. So these 5 are just the core foundation of what Sunderland are going to be. Probably league champions and Champions League winners, almost certainly. And that's because they've got 5 of the Wonderkids, whereas teams with 2 and 3 are going to get into the Premier League probably, but have a bit much harder time of it. I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this concept. Now, I'm probably going to do this again, just exactly the same, but just maybe remove the teams that have been in this one, maybe remove a few other different teams and get some more variations. But I'm open to suggestions on how we make this a bit better. Do we do 2 teams every season and do less seasons, maybe do 7 or 8 seasons? Or do we do all the wheel spins at the start and drop all the Wonderkids in straight away? Like, let me know your thoughts and give me your feedback, and we'll rock and roll this again in a different capacity. But with that being said, let's go and spin that bloody wheel, shall we? Who's going to be this time then? Is it going to be another lower league club, or are we going to finally get a Premier League team? It's not going to be a Premier League team. It's Burton Albion. Is it Grimsby? It's stopping. It's Burton Albion. Burton Albion are going to get some Wonderkids. How many? Let's generate that number. 3. 3 again. Okay. Where Burton Albion then? Burton Albion? 21st in League 1. Oh my God, that's relegation. They're going to be in League 2. Oh, well, they're going to come back up, surely. Okay, so we've got Jamie G-Cock. I like that. Let's get the G-Cock in there. Davis Barras. Who else? Josef Molnar. Jensen Harrott. That's not a bad name, to be fair. He's wanted as well. By the police, apparently. Wonder what he's done. Committed a crime. Looks shifty, doesn't he? Look at him with his eyebrows, and his eyes aren't even level. Are they? Look at that. Never even noticed how misaligned these eyes are on some of these regens. It's ridiculous. He's wanted by the police. I've never seen that before. There's probably a better joke in there, but I just can't think. I'm just floored by that. He's out on bail anyway, and we're having him. So 200. So 116 it's going to improve by. So that's going to be 155. Going to turn his life around. Stop his life of crime. They should get promoted here. So 141 to go up by. So it goes to 161. So yeah, this team should be... This team in 2 years should be in the Championship. Genuinely. Simply up 100 there. To 157. There we go. I'll change all those guys in a second, but just look over the team. I mean, yeah, the best players in the team, and they're going to be the best players in the league by a long shot, especially in League 2, back to League 1, then promoted almost straight away. So yeah, let's go to 2030, see if that's the case. Okay, so we're going to go straight to League 2, where Burton Albion have won the league on 117 points. Look, Jensen Harrott, he's turned his back on his life of crime. The police are no longer after him. Or he paid the fine, took the warning maybe. He's changed his ways. 29 goals, in League 2. Our 3 players, the best players in the league by a long shot. Jamie Geacock at 7.79, Davis Barris at 7.59, and Jensen Harrett at 7.47. 13 player of the matches for Jamie Geacock and 14 assists for Davis Barris. So yeah, very good indeed. League One, Notts County were not there. They've gone to the Championship, of course. The Championship, right. Sheffield Wednesday got to the promotion, got to the playoffs, didn't make it out of the playoffs. They lost to Oxford, and it was Oxford in the final against Sheffield United who went up. Chucky with a brace. Happy days for him. Notts County, unfortunately, did get relegated. It's pretty sad. Sunderland did not quite meet the dizzy heights of the previous season, down in 8th, only getting Conference League football. However, Middlesbrough also survived in 16th, so that's good. That's 2 teams now becoming a little bit more established. And another season of Premier League money, building their squads out, fleshing those squads out is going to be, fantastic for them. Arsenal have won the last 4 leagues in a row. I'm thinking within a couple of years, Sunderland are going to be challenging and knocking them off their perch, almost certainly. Sam Magwood's up at 194 now for Middlesbrough. Akeem Lonsdale at 199. Jordan McElhatton at 199. Eunice Vitanen is now at 199 as well. Ainsley Staples at 193. Milan Rojapal is at 176. Scoring 15 goals this season. Happy days indeed. Okay. Once again, you know what time it is. Time for the wheel. On we go. There's so many teams here. It's so difficult to actually read them. I have to pump this up on the edit J Will. It's going to be Salford City. Yes, it is. Salford City with number Wonderkids. It's 5. Oh, once again, Salford City. And where are they? They're in League One, mid-table in League One. Ben Gibson. Well, Merry Christmas, Ben. All your Christmases are going to come at once. There's not that many people here. I might go to the under-21s in a second. Bear with. I like the name Pedro Milano. We'll have him. I like Lukman Yahaya. And I like Connor Appleyard. Let's have those 3. I'm going to look in the under-21s in a second. The 200, that's 129. So that's 157. That's 177. Oh, these guys are going to take them to the dizzy heights of the Premier League. Oh, yes. 146. 144. Oh, my God. He's going to be at 190. Pedro. Yeah, and he's 21 off the pace. So we're going to be up at 179, isn't he? 179. Unbelievable stuff. Right, let's look at the under-21s. Any good names in the under-21s? Yes, there is. We're going to go for Les Horsley. Pretty quick. Oh, he's going to improve massively here. This is good. He's very good. Only improving 93, though. Only improving 93, so that's going to go to 175. Still pretty good for League One, though. Pretty good for the Premier League, to be fair. Tyreek Creech. Tyreek Schumacher, who's actually Irish. Alwyn Stevens. I think we're going to go Tyreek Schumacher. Yeah, he goes to 172. He's very, very versatile as well. That's good. Right. And we're moving back down in age as well to 16. Yeah, they're all going to come back down in age. 16. I'll do that in a second. Yeah, so by the time we come back, it'll be 2031. So I'm just quickly going to do the admin and sim on. Right, so Skybet League One. We've got all 3. All 3 teams up. Notts County via the playoffs. Burton Albion, as I said, back-to-back promotions. They won League 2. Of course, they're going to win League 1. They didn't win League 1, though, because Salford City did. On an Appleyard with 35. We absolutely littered throughout the average ratings, goals and assists here. You've got Connor Appleyard on 35. Jensen Harrett also on 35. Lukman Yahaya on 29. Even representing the player of the matches and free kick goals. We even snuck one in for Salford City on the clean sheets on the goalkeepers. I mean, we haven't even put a goalkeeper on any of the teams, but there you go. Assists again, same sort of thing. Dominant for Salford. Only 1 defeat all season, and that was to Burton Albion. Salford, realistically, with the players that they've got, I won't be surprised if they get promoted to the Premier League straight away. They'll certainly be in the playoffs next season. I'm almost certain of it. 5 players at that level, absolutely. The Championship, it's a lonely place for Sheffield Wednesday. They finished 10th mid-table. Stephen Gold, is that Stephen Gold from Pot to Prem fame from a few years ago? Or finishing? Any work the Space fans? Let me know in the comments. Was it Stephen Gold? Or was it Stephen Gold without the U? Anyway, Sheffield Wednesday, mid-table, 10th. Disappointing. I think with one Wonderkid, I think they're stuck. Jock Carew is now 22 years old. He's at 160. He's not done much. And I don't think he can do much either, so. Hey, I don't know. Wayne Rooney's in charge. Big Wayne's come to Sheffield Wednesday anyway, so. Go on, Wayne. Best of luck. Premier League then. Sunderland back in the Champions League places at 5th this time, so not quite the dizzy heights of 4th, but they are 5th, not too bad. Oxford survived. Middlesbrough also survived. in 14th. And can you believe it? Look, who was the top goal scorer? Bloody Chucky. Chukwuemeka Ibe. To give him his full name. He's representing England now. Of course he is. He's at 175. He's had a bit of a kick on. Kanato Camacho's up at 171 as well. So what system is he playing? A basic 4-4-2. Cameron Archer. Yeah, Middlesbrough in 14th. They're doing pretty good. Danny Cowley is in charge there. Sam Magwood's up at 199 as we've seen. Cal Gurr at 189. And Leif Grant Soulsby at 198. Rav Vandenberg. What a name that is. Very disappointing that we haven't got him. Maxim Decker. I've had him on a previous Football Manager. Was it last Football Manager? One before? Can't remember. Now I've started doing a few rebuilds. I'm all over the place with some of these Wonderkids or young players. Very fun one coming soon. A very fun one coming soon. Might already be out by the time this one comes out. Given the entire league massive TV deal. And we've spun a wheel. We've taken over one of those teams. And the goal is to win a big trophy before anybody else. Simple. And it's been a hell of a lot of fun. A hell of a lot of fun. Cut all that bit. Okay, so Premier League, here we go. So Sunderland in 5th. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And there you go. All the players are improving very nicely indeed. Very nicely indeed. So we're going to have 3 more teams in the Championship next season. So we're all in the Championship or the Premier League, except season 8's team. And who's that going to be? It could be the Premier League, it could be Championship, it could be League 1 or League 2. The wheel's on its way round, and the lucky recipients are... Oh, it's not Wolves, it's Port Vale. Now, where are Port Vale? First of all, though, how many Wonderkids are Port Vale going to get? Let's generate that number. It's going to be 3 again. It loves dishing out the 3s. Port Vale, 3rd in League 2. They've just been promoted. Ah, fair play. Fair play, Port Vale. Okay, so the first, I've just clicked on them, and wow, there's 2 names straight away. Fionn Shaughnessy, Renford Broadley, Clive Pugh, Mark Kudus, Pearson Oxby. I feel 3 wasn't enough here. Harry Shearer. I thought I saw him at Oxford. Not Oxford, Burton. Mustn't have done. So this is interesting now. We're gonna have a goalkeeper. We've not had a goalkeeper for a while since Sunderland. How important is a goalkeeper to these experiments? Port Vale get there. You could argue quite a lot. He's up at 137. Pearson Oxby now. Well, he will move up to 148, which is phenomenal for League 1. And Renford Broadley. Attributes. So up 93. Oh, whoa. 181. And he's a striker. He's going to be on fire in League 1. I'm expecting 30 goals from you, Renford. Broadly speaking. Oh, it's Broadley. Oh, that would have worked. Leave me alone. Okay, so there you go. Port Vale enter the party. We've only got 2 teams left. Of course, once we've got all the teams and all the players there, we are going to simulate through the careers and keep the players there until probably let them leave in their mid-30s or something. I'm probably not going to keep them much past that. But we're going to go through the mid-30s of each team. And yeah, we're going to see, because realistically, Sunderland, early doors, right? Their players are 21, Salford's are 17. Sunderland are probably going to, with all of their potential now, Sunderland in the Champions League, they're going to build that squad out and they're probably going to start winning a few league titles. However, Salford are going to come up from the back with 5 Wonderkids and they're probably going to start challenging Sunderland and maybe overtake them. And as Sunderland starts to fall away, Salford are going to snip in there. So this is going to be quite interesting dynamic. I will also say, though, I did ask for suggestions earlier. I think we're going to remove the 1 Wonderkid because Sheffield Wednesday have been very stagnant and it's been a bit underwhelming. So maybe we do between 3 and 7. Was 7 too much? I don't know. I want a range. I want it to be different each time. So I don't just want it to be 3, 4, or 5. You know what I mean? Anyway, suggestions in the comments. Let me know. Let's go to 2032 anyway. Okay, so straight away, Port Vale in League 1. And, well, Renford Broadley, 22 goals. They only got 73 points. They finished 6th. Now, that's impressive, really. Coming up from League 2 to League 1, it's impressive to finish there. Maybe they haven't got enough firepower going forward. Renford Broadley didn't have enough creativity in the midfield. Pearson Oxby keeping things a bit tighter at the back with Fionn Shaughnessy. So maybe we need a couple more players just to sort of flesh out the squads. But that's disappointing that they didn't go up. Anyway, Championship time. Salford City win the league. 5 players. Takes them to Premier League. So maybe 3 was probably enough to go up from League 1, thinking about it. I don't know. Anyway, Salford have gone up. So have Burton as well. Back-to-back promotions for the pair of them. Sheffield Wednesday up in 7th, Notts County in 16th. So Sheffield Wednesday and Notts County will once again remain in the Championship. Salford and Burton are going to join the teams in the Premier League. But how many of them are going to be there? Well, it's all of them. Oxford avoided relegation by 7 points. finishing 17th. Middlesbrough getting Europa League football, finishing 6th. But as predicted, as promised, Sunderland will win a league title inside 2 years. And they bloody have. They finished 5th and then 1st. They are the champions. They also won the FA Cup last season. I didn't even check in on that. Apologies. They beat Newcastle in the final as well. What a dramatic final that would have been. On penalties as well. Oh my God. Milan Rojapal in the 108th minute. Straight away, Alexander Isak replied. Micallum Mudryk missed a penalty in the 93rd minute. He was on loan from Chelsea. Oh my God. He only made 7 appearances. 5 of them were off the bench. One of them was an FA Cup final appearance where he missed a penalty. He did score in the actual shootout. Rojapal missed though. There you go. Sunderland winning the FA Cup. Any Carabao Cup wins? No Carabao Cup wins. So yeah, Sunderland winning the Premier League. Only 2 defeats all season to Man City and Tottenham. What a dominant season that was. Lee Grant Salisbury for Middlesbrough with 28 goals, top of the pile. Eunice Vitanen on 7.68, second in the average player ratings, only to Dominic Szoboszlai. And Chucky with 18 goals, level with Erling Haaland, joint second. Akeem Lonsdale with 12 assists, equal first with Szoboszlai and Martinelli. Most player of the matches was Eunice Vitanen, and there we go. In terms of the shortlist, we have a lot of players moving on up. Jensen Harrett's up at 198. These guys have really been improving, even in the Championship. Maybe it's the training facilities, because Burton famously do train at England's training facilities, or England train at Burton's. I don't know. Either way, they're up in the Premier League alongside Salford. Salford's players haven't quite hit the dizzy heights, but they're going to improve more now they're in the Premier League. But who's going to be the 9th team to join the party? Let's get the wheel spun, and as we move, are we going to get a Premier League team during this experiment? Maybe not. Ask and you shall receive. It is Fulham. Are they still in the Premier League though? That's the question. They might not be. Let's go. Let's generate. How many? 3 again. 3 again for Fulham. So where are Fulham? That's the question. Okay, they are still in the Premier League. They are still in the Premier League. They're 5 points clear of Oxford United, and they're going to get 3 Wonderkids. Well, Christian Winnock is going to be Christian Winnock. Amazing. Oystein Flovic, Rodney Skeet, Miles Chetwynd, Loises Constantinou. Oh my God. Another Akeem over here. Roland Corcoran, Kirei Harris. Oh, well, we're going to go Rodney Skeet. And I'm going to go Loises Constantinou. I could have chosen some other, but I think that gives us a nice balance. We've got a winger, a central midfielder / cam, and a central defender / defensive midfielder / central midfielder, really. But nice good bit of balance and versatility here amongst the players. So let's get these 3 rocking and rolling. Let's get them straight to 200. That's 83 up. Goes 173. Rodney, he's going to go 65. 65 from that. So that's 144, I think. And Christian is going at 108, which takes him up to 133. Nice. Okay, well, that's another Premier League team then at our disposal. Let's get a note on them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Premier League. 5, 6. 6 teams will be in the Premier League as of next season with these Wonderkids. We've only got 1 more season to go. Let's go to 2033 and find out who the final team is who is joining the party. Right, so we're going to start off in League 1. Oh my God, Port Vale are 14th. Oh, we've not done very well here at all. Not done very well at all. That's disappointing. Very disappointing. Oh. In terms of the Championship, again, Notts County and Sheffield Wednesday stagnant here in the Championship. Sheffield Wednesday with 1, Notts County with 2. Feels like it's just not quite enough. I feel like you need a minimum of 3, but then Port Vale are getting stranded in League 2 with 3, so sometimes you just can't help them. It was like Burton Albion up in 13th in the Premier League, and they got 3, and Oxford United only got 2, and they're in the Premier League as well. Middlesbrough also with 3, 12th. Salford City, Conference League football, and Sunderland have won the league again. Less convincing than last time. Nevertheless, champions once again. Salford City, though, dominating the top goal scorer charts. 28 for Conor Appleyard, 22 for Lukman Yahaya. Schumacher top of the assist charts. It's unbelievable stuff. Let me tell you that for free. Chucky again on 20, making up the top 3. But Salford closing in. They're already getting Conference League football. They're going to start attracting more players. They're going to start bringing in some more youngsters and more players in and around the players that we've brought them and given them. And yeah, I'm very impressed with how they're doing. And they're going to start to really challenge Sunderland. And I think it's going to be a Sunderland, Salford City top 2 for a few years to come. Maybe by 2036, 3 years. That's a conservative estimate. I think that's fair, isn't it? Anyway, we've got one more wheel spin. Let's do the wheel spin. And here we go. The final spin. The final team. The final Wonderkids entering the experiment. It's going to be Oh, it's Coventry City. I thought a bit more momentum. It could have been Lincoln City. Tom FM would have been buzzing with that because he inevitably watches all my videos. And it's 2. It's 2 for Coventry. It's 2. And where are Coventry then? Are they in the Championship as expected? Yeah, they are actually finishing in 8th. So this could tip them over the edge to get them into the Premier League. And who are we going to go with? Oh God, the names here. Oh my God, Tom Watts-Humphreys, Raheem Senior, Tate Feasy, Logan Clifford, Hervé Kazadi, Russian Dobbin, Leonard Burkhart. Right, Leonard Burkhart is in. Johnny Johnson. So good they nearly named him twice. He's in. I don't care. Johnny Johnson, you're in. You're in, boy. That's up 96. So that would be 1796. That's 18. That's 83. That's 173. 173 for Johnny Johnson. And Leonard Burkhart is up 83 to 200, which takes him up to 164. So 2 very good players. Is 2 going to be enough for Coventry to get themselves up? I think from where they've just finished, I'd argue yes. I'd argue yes indeed. It's more a matter of the fact that Sunderland would have found themselves in the Champions League in this most recent season. And they have been in the Champions League a couple of times actually, but where did they get to? Semi-final, losing to Real Madrid. Closing in on that first Champions League trophy. Very impressive indeed. Okay, FA Cup, Liverpool beating Spurs. Carabao Cup, City beat Everton. But now we're really sort of taking hold of this Premier League. I think we're going to start winning some FA Cups and Carabao Cups, along with some European trophies as well. Can Salford win the Conference League? I reckon they probably can, you know. Okay, so in 2034, Port Vale have finally gone up as champions out of nowhere. Renford Broadley with 36 goals. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Burn Shaughnessy at 149. Pearson Oxby at 148. Renford Broadley still at 180. Fine. They're up. They're up out of League One. There you go. Championship then. Sheffield Wednesday 5th. Coventry 14th. Notts County 16th. So they're all going to remain in the Championship for another season. Are they going to be joined by anyone? They're not. Not joined by anyone. However, Oxford 15th. Brilliant stuff. Burton Albion 12th. Middlesbrough 10th. Salford City 7th. Europa League qualification. How did that happen? Did they win the Conference League? Oh, you better believe they did. You better believe they did. 2-1 against Lille. Lukman Yahya with the equaliser. Tyreek Schumacher, player of the match. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Very satisfying indeed. And of course, as you can see here, Sunderland, the champions once again. Chucky, top goal scorer. Yunus Vitanen with the best player in the league. Pape Matar Sarr at United. Most assists. Pretty good. Musiala also in the Premier League at Sunderland. But very impressive with how they've done up to this point. So if we go and look at the shortlist then, let's sort the players by age, because it should also sort them by team. So Oxford United, 26 years old. Sheffield Wednesday, Jock Carew is at 25. He's not going to make it. He's not moved from 160, 161 for like 3 years. So Sheffield Wednesday are stuck in the Championship, unfortunately. Sunderland and winning the league, their 24-year-old squad. Middlesbrough's players are 23, all 3 of them. And they're in the Premier League and doing quite well. Notts Counties are 22. They're in the Championship. And I don't feel that they're going to get out of the Championship. Kuh Harbol and Ruslan Ivanovs not going to get much better than 158. A bit like Sheffield Wednesday, they're going to get stuck there. So they're going to remain in the Championship, but that's about it. Burton Albion in the Premier League doing very well indeed. All 3 players hitting the dizzy heights of 199. As good as 200, isn't it? Salford City are 20 years old and they are in the Premier League. Conor Appleyard's actually 19. He's probably not ticked over yet. He's probably about to tick over. On the 9th. Oh, tomorrow. His birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday, Conor. Let's get him a cake. But they're 20 and their players are still only in the... I mean, Conor's at 190. The rest of them in the 170s. So you've got quite a way to go. And Europa League football, another good season. And like I said, within 3 years, they'll be challenging Sunderland for the title. There's 2 years of that left. Port Vale are in League One. They've gone up though. Fulham in the Premier League. Oh, I never even put a note on Fulham. Where did Fulham finish? 13th, whatever. And Coventry are in the Championship, and those players need to improve. I mean, they've got time to get out of the Championship, but they've gone backwards with these players, so what's going to happen? Well, Oxford recovered, didn't they? They went down to League One. They yo-yoed a bit for a few seasons, and they got to the Premier League. So Coventry have got the opportunity to do that, and I think they probably will. Yeah, that's the lay of the land now. We are going to jump forward and just go another year. Let's go to 2035. Yeah, let's go for it. It might take a bit longer to go through every single season. We might do bigger jumps later down the line, but I think at the moment, I just want to jump in and see how things are progressing, especially as the players are still improving. Once they're all at the sort of potential, and if a team's sort of stagnant in a league or whatever, or they're like mid-20s, like Sheffield Wednesday, once all the players are in at least mid-20s, that's when we might do bigger jumps. But for now, let's do another year, 2035. Okay, so Everyone's in the Championship, aren't they, or better? So let's have a look. League table. Well, okay. Port Vale took a while to get here. Notts County nearly got relegated. Let's just sort Notts County sorted. Coventry just outside the playoffs by a point. Unlucky. Port Vale in the playoffs. Unbelievable. 4th. Sheffield Wednesday. Can't believe this. Out of nowhere. Promoted in 2nd place. Did not expect that at all. So yeah, you've got Jock Carew, who's now the key player and captain. He's going to go up. He's still at 161. He's 26. Will he improve any more? I think he might improve a bit more. He might hit the 170s in the Premier League. We'll see. We'll see. Frank Lampard's there looking very stern-faced, isn't he? But no, seriously. I'd love to be able to have 2 images for a certain person in the face pack sort of area, and I'd just get the meme of Frank Lampard, because that's the second part of the meme, isn't it? The serious face. Then you've got the first part where he's smiling. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? And he just, whichever one, you don't know which one it's going to be. Could be either of them. Fair play. Frank Lampard's come in, took over, and he's gotten promoted. And they've been stuck in the Championship for years. So fair play. Right, Premier League then. And Oxford 13th, Burton 11th, Middlesbrough 10th, Salford in 4th. Sunderland have missed out, finishing in 2nd. That's unfortunate. The same points as well. They've not even lost on goal difference. It's the same. What? Right. Why is the goals scored? Like, what's happened here? Okay, 45. Okay, Man City have scored more and conceded more. They've won more. Sunderland didn't lose to City. City did lose to Sunderland, though. A draw and a loss. So maybe definitely not head-to-head then. Let's have a look. Where does it say? There's absolutely no... I can't see or work permits, discipline, no. League Sunderland's goal difference, goals scored. It's goals scored and then it's results between the teams. Right. Okay. Deary me. All right. Well, disappointing. But Sunderland have not won the league. Salford up in 4th. No one's won a Carabao Cup or even come runner-up. No one else has won an FA Cup. It's just been Sunderland. However, they did not win the Premier League. Lost out on goal difference. Goals scored, sorry. Not even goal difference. Goals scored. Sunderland have won the Champions League. Isha Huymans with the goal, who was signed for £100 million from Bayern Munich. £100 million from Bayern Munich. It's nice that they've bought someone from Bayern Munich for that price and that good. He wanted to come. That leads me to think that Sunderland are going to be a powerhouse for years to come, even after these players go, because they've got a lot of players they've built a squad around them, and when they lose those players, yes, it'll be a bit of a sucker punch, but they should have built a good enough squad around them to survive it, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, because it's 2036. Okay, so Notts County, teetering, 20th. They're stuck in the Championship, really. Coventry missing out in the playoffs, 4th. Port Vale up as champions. Renford Broadley has been pretty phenomenal for them, actually. He has been scoring a lot of goals. He's never improved. He's still at 180, but it's because he's not playing at a level high enough, is he? I think the other players will probably be in the 150s now. Fionn Shaughnessy's at 171. Pierce Knoxby at 158, yeah. So goalkeepers, through a bit of a rule onto themselves, they do improve a bit more, even playing at lower leagues. That the league ability doesn't seem to apply so much to goalkeepers. We've noticed that before. Goalkeepers do seem to exceed that. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, so Championship. Premier League then. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday are down. And I bet Frankie got sacked. Frank Lampard was sacked, yeah. That's awful. I'm so sorry, Frank. He's wanted. Go to Notts County. Go to Notts County and do the business for them. That's awful. He got sacked because he took them up when no one was coming close. Wayne Rooney's unemployed. He was at Notts County for a couple of years, actually. He's just been sacked. He's just been sacked. Well, anyway, there you go then. So I feel sorry for Wayne Rooney as well. Where is matey boy, Sheffield Wednesday? Jock Carew did get to 170, so he has improved a bit in the Premier League. Improved 9 attribute points at the age of 26, so that goes to show playing at a good enough level, even in the mid to late 20s. 26 years old, he's still improved 9 attribute points. So you've got a player that, even if he's like 23, and they're 3.5 stars, and it looks like they can be up to 4.5 stars in terms of... I know you can't always go by the star rating system, but if your scouts are saying this guy can still improve, he probably still can. He probably still can. We've just seen 9 attribute points. Let's say a player was like 150, 9 over 3 different seasons. That's 27. He's also from 177. Don't always discount the 23, 24-year-olds. That's all I'm saying. Don't be ageist. And Salford City did push Sunderland. They finished 2nd. I said within 3 years there'd be a title challenge. Could you argue that's a title challenge? 11 points off the pace? Probably not, truth be told. Probably not. However, they did finish 2nd, so, you know. Sunderland won the league again. they've won their league back. Only lost twice all season to United and Newcastle. They actually drew 11 times. That's a lot of draws. 86 points, though. A pretty good score. Pretty good points total. You've got Jensen Harrett, who, again, he's 179 and 278. Now, that is pretty illegal, his goal return. Get the police back on his case. Chucky, at 26 years old. Sorry, 28 years old, 26 goals, top goal scorer again. He's scored so many goals for Oxford. He's keeping them afloat here. Absolutely. Fair play to him. And Milan Roshipal with 24. He's done pretty well as well. He's now up at 199. Happy days. Okay, 2036. So we go to 2037? Or do we go bigger jumps now? No, Port Vale just come up. So let's go 1 year, see if they come back down. Coventry also might be on the periphery of going up. So be interested to see how that goes. 2037, here we come. Okay, so in the Championship, and what's happened in the Championship then? Coventry City have missed out in the playoff final this time. Sheffield Wednesday finished 8th, missed out on the playoffs entirely. Notts County up in 10th. Not bad. The average rating, the top 3 players, Jock Carew, best player in the league, still at 170. You've got Ruslan Ivanov for Notts County and then Leonard Burkert at Coventry. Johnny Johnson at Coventry got 35 goals. He's now up at 173. He's doing pretty well. He probably won't move up much further. Joe Fletcher, also for Coventry. Now, he's nothing to do with us. He's just on loan from Liverpool. 23 years old. But so no one's getting promoted this season. Sad. Sad times. Unfortunately, no one is getting relegated. Oxford United missing out. Avoiding relegation, should I say, by 2 points. Port Vale up in 9th. Brilliant. Burton Albion getting Conference League football in 8th. Middlesbrough, Champions League football in 4th. Ahead of them on goal difference is 4-time Premier League winners Sunderland on 72 points. Fulham, with their Wonderkids, have snuck themselves up into 2nd on 74 points. But the winners of the league, as predicted, they would be mounting a title challenge / taking over. Well, they have taken over now. Salford City with their first Premier League title. And as I say, they did win the Conference League the other season. No one's won the Europa League, and no one's won the Champions League since Sunderland. So Europe is still a bit of a sticky area for us, but we're going to do all right. I think we're going to win a few more European trophies as time progresses. So we are now at that point where I think we're going to do bigger jumps. So I'm going to do a 3-year jump now. We're going to go to 2040. I'm going to sim on for 3 years. Let's go to 2040. So Sheffield Wednesday have just won the Championship. Jock Carew is still here. He's at 31. He's now at 169, so he's not really improved much more. Coventry City have gone up and they're not here, so they must have stayed up. Notts County is still here mid-table. Right, Oxford United have got relegated in this most recent season. Let's go back 3 years. So Salford won the league. Then Salford won the league again. Sunderland down in 5th. Then Middlesbrough in 6th. Port Vale in 8th. Burton Albion in 11th. Oxford went down, so they've obviously come down and gone back up. Coventry have come up at 17th, stayed up. Port Vale and Burton Albion here in 8th and 9th. Middlesbrough in 5th. Salford in 2nd. Sunderland have won their title back. And most recently, Sunderland again on 100 points. Salford in 2nd. Burton, Middlesbrough and Port Vale making up, I would say the European places, but Port Vale didn't get Europe because City, Tottenham and Liverpool clearly won trophies over here. City won the Carabao Cup, obviously. Tottenham won the Conference League or the FA Cup. And Liverpool won the Europa League or the Champions League. Oxford got relegated again. Coventry in 17th. And there we are, current day. And we've got players up at Oxford here, 32 years old. The players are dwindling. Sunderland's up at 30. Their days are numbered. I think they've got 2 or 3 more years in them. So can they get some more trophies under their belt? Well, they have got more. No wonder they've done well. When did Vincent Kompany turn up? Oh, of course he did. Just over 2 years ago. You know, just before they won their league title back. Yeah, of course. The Football Manager cheat code for management, Vincent Kompany. Oh my God. Sunderland beat Salford in the final. Bayern beat Salford in the final as well. Most recent final is Sunderland beating Salford 2-1. Akeem Lonsdale with a goal. One of the Wonderkids. Oh, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. No one's won a Europa League, unfortunately. Burton Albion, though, have just won the Conference League. They're getting Europa League football next season. They're actually getting Champions League football because of coefficients and all that. Of course, we are going to keep going forward, and I think let's go another 3 years to 2043. Some of these players will start to be disappearing / retiring. We've still got a long way to go with some of these players down here. So let's go to 2043. All right, so let's looking over the Championship. Notts County just been beaten in the final. Oh, wow. Notts County beaten in the final. Now, is anyone in League One? They're not. So everyone's in the Premier League. Notts County nearly got there, but they haven't. Right. So the last 3 years, it's been Salford, Sunderland. Burton and Middlesbrough are in the periphery. Port Vale are there. Oxford United and Coventry City still up there. Sheffield Wednesday also have made it back up and still there. Scott Carew is still around at 34 years old. He's losing ability. I can't think he's doing much more about it. Vincent Kompany's still here. And Sunderland have won 3 Champions Leagues in a row as well. I can't believe it. Sunderland, I said they've got about 3 years left in them with the players. And, well, feels like they've got more because they're still in the 190s. I think they've probably got another couple of seasons then. Another couple. Burton have won an FA Cup. Sunderland have also won another FA Cup. In terms of Carabao Cup, it's been Burton and Salford who've also won them in the last 3 years. So very nice to see some trophies being shared around. Let's move to 2046, another 3 years. I think big things will be changing in 3 years. Okay, so some of our players have gone. We've allowed some of them to go. Team Lonsdale, they've gone for I've obviously not done a future transfer. They've gone for a fee. Some of them I'm letting them go for free around these times. But Sunderland have lost all their players. I think it's funny that they've all gone. Oh no, sorry, these are just random players. Some of them are retired then. Some of them have actually retired. Notts County still in the Sky Bet Championship 3 years later. The title holds are Manchester United in the Championship. Okay. Wolves getting relegated from the Championship. That's mental. Sheffield Wednesday, Notts County, the only teams here. Anyone further down? No. Okay. There's a Premier League then. Well, in the last 3 years, it has been all Salford City. Sunderland are down in 6th. Coventry up in 7th, so they're coming through now. Oxford and Middlesbrough, bottom half. Burton Albion in 2nd, Salford in 1st. It's very, very dominant for them. United getting relegated with Sheffield Wednesday and Everton the previous season. As you can see, Salford have taken over. Have they won any Champions Leagues? They haven't. Haven't won a Champions League. Port Vale have just won the Conference League. Burton have just won the Europa League. And PSG have won Champions League against Salford. Oh my God. So Sunderland have come run up. Salford have come run up 4 times in the Champions League final. Sunderland won 5 in a row. They sacked. Vincent Kompany left. He left to go and become the manager of England. No, he actually left to become the manager of Man City. He got sacked. He's the current manager of England, where England have never won a World Cup, but they've won 4 Euros in this experiment. Okay. All right. So we're going to go forward another few years. Let's go 5 years now. Quite a few of these players will have gone by that point. Let's go to 2051. Let's go do even split. Let's go 2050, and then we'll do another 5 years to 2055. How about that? So all these players have gone to Al Nassr now. They've all gone. They've all gone in 2050. So let's just have a sit down and look at the Premier League then. The Sunderland have won it again. We've gone 4 years. Salford City won 3 in a row. Then Sunderland. Burton Albion in 3rd. Fulham in 4th. Coventry in 6th. The top 6, 5 of the teams are teams we've given Wonderkids to. Oxford United, Middlesbrough and Port Vale also in the Premier League. The only teams not to not be in the Premier League are Notts County and Sheffield Wednesday. Notts County did make it once. They've been up once, but they've not made it really for a long time. They came straight back down. Sheffield Wednesday were up and down a couple of times, but the rest of the teams are still up here. Sunderland, as I say, winning the Premier League. They've got another Champions League to their name as well. No, they haven't. They had 7 already. Salford have finally won that Champions League 4 years ago. Jordan Ram with that, but 9 Premier Leagues is their sort of claim to fame in this experiment. Really, they've done very well, but it's obvious that the 2 teams that we gave 5 Wonderkids to have done the best, and it feels like because Sunderland was first, they did better. But some of the, I think it's been quite interesting. I think I've really enjoyed doing this one, and I think we're going to definitely have to do this again in some capacity. Let's simulate on a bit more because there's not much more to sort of check in on. Let's just simulate on for a few more years just to see the longevity of what we've done here. Now, I've been away, had a bit of lunch, come back. It's 13 years later, so it's a couple of hours really, to be fair. I left this just sort of paused, ready to rock and roll. So, the Premier League. Well, as you can see, Fulham, again, I've not put a note on Fulham, so let's get a note on bloody Fulham. Right. So Fulham, whilst never did anything with the Wonderkids, they've built themselves up to being a Champions League team. They've won 2 Champions Leagues. We'll come and look at the Champions Leagues in a moment. But in the last few, Sunderland had a domination. Fulham 2nd, and then Fulham have all come through. Middlesbrough have also won 1, which I think is fantastic. We've got Salford, Middlesbrough, Sunderland, all these teams winning trophies. Burton Albion, Coventry and Notts County have gone down. Who else is down here? Port Vale have just missed out in the playoffs. Sheffield Wednesday down in 18th there. Chelsea won the championship in 2060-61. No one's in League One. Fine. Sandro Tonali's in charge of Sunderland, the Newcastle player. So only 2 Champions Leagues in the last 13 years. So 3. Salford City have won another. Fulham won a couple. I'd not seen Fulham had won a couple. Fulham had won a couple from not winning the Premier League. Salford won a couple. Sunderland have, and then that's about it. A couple of runners up, but that's it really. But I think that's been very interesting. I've been really enjoyed this experiment. And I think we're definitely going to do it again. We'll do some tweaks to make it a little bit varied, a little bit more different. I'm not going to spin for a value. I might not do 200, I might do 190, but we're going to spin for how many they get. But I don't think one's going to be enough. So I think we're always going to do more than one. But let me know your suggestions, as I said before, in the comments down below. I really would appreciate that, so I can help make a bigger and better video next time out. But thank you very much for watching this one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Like if you've enjoyed it. Like if you haven't enjoyed it. And comment down below any feedback, whether it's good or bad. But most importantly, take good care of yourselves, gang. See you soon.